Hello, this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason, and the video you're watching here on the Run the Numbers channel is part of the warm-up series. So that means you're watching yours truly in motion on the go. I'll step out into the sunshine here to show you that, in fact, yes, I am moving along on the sunny streets of Los Angeles, California. So that makes it staple of the warm-up series. The other thing about this video is that it is part of the 100 videos challenge. The 100 video challenge is something I created for myself to really ensure that I create a whole lot of content, put a whole lot of videos up onto YouTube, and I do it pretty quickly. So in fact, the challenge of it is to make 100 videos, publish them all up onto YouTube in 100 days. So yes, I'm sticking to this pace of publishing a video roughly once a day and doing it for 100 days. This way, there's a whole lot of content, and it's all there to help you, my wonderful audience, and it's helping you on your personal finance journey. Okay, with that said, this video here is something of a check-up or a check-in or a status report, however you want to think about it. Really, the agenda here is to talk about what's going on with my Robinhood account. I'll give you a bit of an update and let you know specifically what it is as to my status regarding the funds in the retirement portion of my Robinhood account, how well I'm doing to set up new IRA accounts, new IRA accounts, as well as transferring in some old ones, some rollovers. Okay, so I'm going to mention that, and let's just jump right in, get that accomplished. So, I last left off in my most previous video where I talked about funding my Robinhood account. I talked a little bit about the idea I had and how it all came about to just, basically put Robinhood on my radar, on the map to begin with, what I was looking for, what I was hopeful with Robinhood Gold, how the idea of a cashback 3% cashback gold credit card was very attractive. I'm very excited about hopefully that coming soon. I'm eager for that to be announced and for that to come about. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I was very much hook, line, and sinker. I was very much I was bought in with all this effort to do the retirement account matching. So let's talk a little bit about that, since that's now my area of focus. I mentioned all that just to set some context, because yes, I believe in the last video I mentioned, I didn't have a horrible experience, but there was a little bit of kind of rough around the edges, some parts about actually linking up bank accounts and funding, putting funding sources to the Robinhood account. Okay, so after all that is said and done, now the effort is then to link accounts over to other financial institutions where previous retirement accounts are held for me, and that is to say I have a Fidelity account, I have kind of other ones, and so for those who have tried it, you'll know about this already, but for those who don't, I'm going to inform you that Robinhood has kind of a way to steer you, the member, the person doing all this, to utilize a third-party service, an outside vendor that specializes on the rollover process of getting from one, say, 401k over into Robinhood. And they particularly use one that's called Capitalize. And yes, Capitalize will basically get be the middleman, and they'll sync up from where your old where it was into where it will into the new into where it will go. So yeah, so the effort and how they do that takes a little bit of time, and because it looks like they're super swamped by all this, I guess, successful marketing campaigns from Robinhood, it seems, when I tried to sign up this week, and maybe should mention I'm filming this, I'm recording this all in mid-April 2024. The kind of next steps, they say, is that I'll have to get onto the phone along with them, and they'll basically facilitate the transfer with my old institution, and then kind of as they kind of market it, as they'll kind of take the reins, they'll become something of a concierge-like service to, yes, facilitate the 401k rollover into then Robinhood. So they'll do, the Capitalize is agnostic into where it goes, but so they'll roll it over to wherever you want. But in this case, yes, I've marked that I in fact do want it to go to Robinhood. So yeah, so that's the next step. I should say, yeah, it's so swamped. This campaign maybe has been so popular that in fact, while these phone call appointments are scheduled, and that's the important part, they are currently scheduled, the earliest for them to actually take place and for them to be accomplished is into the month of May. So a full month later, beyond this promotional period, but there's all kind of language, all kinds of messages that I've seen that say, basically, don't worry, as long as it's successfully scheduled, you will receive the 3% retirement matching. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around here, and actually, I'll turn around. Yeah, okay, I'll walk on this side. A little bit more dangerous, but I'll do it. Okay, so this is to say, yeah, this is the process. If you're unfamiliar as to, not having done this, hopefully this can be educational as to, yes, the steps about going about this take a little bit of time. The whole thing, you need to kind of click through a whole lot of screens and put in information, and it's not something that just takes 2 seconds, 2 clicks type thing. I know we're all used to that these days, of a one-click solution, but no, you need to take time and you need to have the patience to go through this process. And furthermore, there needs to actually be a phone call portion that's made with an actual human, so an appointment is made much farther into the future. So that's all part of the game here. That's the next steps. That's where I'm at in the process for me. With the 401k rollovers, I've been trying to do that now with 2 old 401ks from previous employment. And so hopefully between those 2 appointments, I've made 2 of them into the month of May, that I will move money over into Robinhood and get the 3% match, which is going to be very exciting. I'll give an update video to let you know hopefully the success there, but at least I've made this progress so far. The other progress I've made in terms of trying to get the 3% match with the IRA account for Robinhood is that you can just do standard, traditional transfers. So from my, say, Schwab account, I'm doing a transfer over of a traditional IRA over into Robinhood, and that too I expect to have a 3% match. I've just begun to initiate that, so I'll kind of give you the status there. Is that it's basically in progress for that as well. So hopefully that, along with the 401ks, all of it gets in there, all of it gets put in, along with, and I promise I mentioned a little bit about this, along with a couple new IRA accounts that I created to take advantage of the fact that for the calendar year, tax year 2023, yes, tax year 2023, you could have gotten a 3% match if you would have done that before the filing tax deadline of April 15th. Hopefully you saw some other of my previous videos where I advise you to do that. I did that myself, so yes, I got the first bonus there of up to investing into an IRA account for that tax year 2023 up to $6,500 for me and my age range and everything there. I did $6,500, so I got a 3% match on those funds. And the other thing I put in most recently was another $7,000. That's the 2024 max contribution. And that's into basically the same account. And so that, yes, you can get a 3% match. Just doing the easy math for you there. That's $210. Boom, right there into your pocket. Just only, what's the sort of cost to doing that? Just investing in your future in your retirement account. So yes, I put in a good deal of money just from that alone into these new accounts, not to mention all these transfers of old ones. So for these new accounts, what have I gone ahead and already done? I've already bought at least 2. I'm gonna put in a good deal more and give you a whole roundup if you're interested in this, but just to let you know, it's kind of where I've just begun. I've just kind of wanted to follow the general broad market index funds, and that is I've put in a whole lot into the Vanguard, the total index fund, that's VTI, if you're looking for that, ETF ticker. And the other one I put in is into the Vanguard, the S&P 500 mirrored that fund there, and that's VOO. So I don't know if you're looking to know exactly where I've been, putting some of these funds, these new funds, and kind of where I've been just trying to kind of play the market here. But yeah, that's maybe bonus material to let you know kind of where things are with my Robinhood account and kind of what's going on specifically within the account in Robinhood, all of it. So you've got a whole lot of information. Hopefully all that is interesting to you and you can benefit from it, knowing the whole process, knowing that it's going to take time if in fact you're doing the same thing with 401k rollovers. So just be aware, all of that is part of the game, and hopefully this is helping you with just kind of the insider look as to what I'm doing with it. So hopefully, hopefully you're enjoying that and it's helpful. Okay, with that, I gotta run.